Hi, my name is Toyin.
And hi, I'm Damola, and we've been at A&T for 2 years. So I think for us, we always wanted to be around like people in a similar situation. People who were married, had a bit more experience than us because that was our journey. So I think for us, we always wanted to make sure that we could take wisdom from people. Like being around people was really, really, really important for us. I think it was really important for us to be grounded, have pastors that we could look up to, pastors that could advise us, that could guide us, and that we could just be really comfortable around. So I think for me, A&T was like that, I think.
Yeah, I think for me it was more so community and a desire for community, and it wasn't something I had in any of the other churches I had been in since university. And I think the long-term goal was to raise a family in the church. And we feel like we found a family, and once we start a family, it's like the right place for us to be. The stage we joined at in our lives was probably a few months prior to getting engaged. I think we were at a point where we knew we were going to get married soon. And yeah, we knew it was time to I didn't want to wait until we didn't want to wait until we were married to find a church. We wanted to be settled and rooted and also have guidance through that engagement period. And I guess now we're at a stage where we've been married for 3 months, which is nice. So yeah.
I think for us, like spiritually, or even like in terms of our circle, like we had friends, but like we wanted a lot more people around us who we could really like learn from, guide. So I think for us, like we were socially, like we were great, but I think in terms of like iron sharpening iron, like we needed more of that. We needed more iron.
Yeah.
But now we have like a plethora of...
No, I even said it the other day, we even have too many friends at this point.
We're just trying to...
Our calendars are back to back to back, and most of that is A&T.
Yeah, even in the point, like, I met Asaze a year ago and he was a groomsman. Like, it's just, like, it's very rare. Like, it's very rare to kind of have that bond with somebody.
Yeah, it was an answered prayer. Yeah. Like, A&T is an answered prayer as a whole.
Yeah. I think a good memory for me was the fun day, I think. The social Sunday that we had with the other church.
Against City West, yeah.
I think that was cool because, like, even that, it's like you get to, like, meet other people, and you rarely meet people from other churches as a body.
Yeah,
So I think like that was like a really memorable experience. I think the men in A&T are like, I can't lie, the men in A&T are like amazing. Like they're actually fantastic. And I think I've learned so much from like all of the men. I think the men are so wise. Like I think the men are so sound, and they're actually a really good time. And I think that's always been something that I've been able to draw from. It's been people that I've been able to learn from. So spiritually, like I learn an incredible amount from the men in A&T. And then emotionally, like I think we have types of conversations that it's actually really really rare to find. Like with like PAPS, like it's very rare to find leaders that you can actually speak to and be open and be honest with and actually like receive like no judgment. Like it's actually really, really powerful. So I think being able to be in a space where you can share your thoughts and like share what you're thinking, what you want to do, how you want to go about it, what's bothered you, what you're struggling with, and then have an actual opportunity just to receive like wise counsel, I think is like so powerful. So yeah, it's really, really, really blessed me, like incredibly.
My life's probably been impacted the most by how seen I am, which has been good and confronting at the same time. I prayed for a church and a family and leadership that would see me where I felt covered, but I think it's also, at the same time, it's been a lot of pruning. But I think I'm a lot better for it, and I think there's a lot more guidance and support than I don't think I've ever had that level of support outside of maybe immediate family and Damola, and friends, leaders that are there. Like I feel like they're a part of our lives. They call me to tell me off when I need to be told off, to encourage me, to support me, to laugh with me, joke with me, even like the light-hearted side of PS and PA, but also just the whole church. Like I'm just so grateful to have people around, and consistently. It's the consistency that I haven't experienced that before. So that's been the biggest impact.
And I think it's rare to be able to like call your pastor's phone and they pick up.
Genuinely. I've never in my life called a pastor and they picked up.
And it sounds like like it sounds funny, but like they live such demanding lives, and it's like being able to actually pick up the phone, and if they don't pick up, like they'll call you back or they'll send you a message. Like it's actually very rare.
Yeah.
So like we love you guys.
Yeah. I'm excited for, the growth. I can't, not even growth in numbers, but I think growth in maturity. Just how the church and all of us as individuals, how we grow and how we elevate and get better. And ultimately, yes, more people in the church and growth in numbers. But I think as we grow in maturity, I think that's a natural, it's a natural add-on that more people will join the church. So I can't wait to see where all of us are in a year's time and where our pastors are in a year's time and where the families are in, like just more marriages, more kids, like just growth in all of that. I can't wait, yeah.
No, that's really good. I think, definitely echo that. I think I'm really excited to see like growth, but in a sense where like people can actually like be in places that they feel like they've been endowed gifts to be in, to shine in, and like teams of like creatives and teams of like media and teams of worship and teams of prayer, like actual like really, really like built out teams because people feel like they're called there.
Yeah.
And like just seeing people grow in those gifts, which helps the church grow. And of course, you know, I'm here for all the children. I'm here to be an uncle.
I'm also excited for the new building.
Oh yes,
Because
that
it's
is gonna
coming.
be fun.
Yeah.
Next year.
Amen.